Well, good morning. It is Friday, September 24th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. But it was a chilly first full day of fall yesterday, but today we're rebounding. But how long will this nice seasonal weather last? Holly has the answer.
Thanks, Danielle. And Friday, here we come. First full weekend of autumn, here we come. And through the rest of the afternoon, with the exception of a very isolated sprinkle to the east, we are sun-filled and more seasonal. Even by lunchtime, we're in the 60s. We'll see highs in the low 70s today. That is much more like it. Yesterday was so chilly and damp and all of the above. So it is going to be a great evening. Wonderful for high school football tonight or whatever your plans may be. Fires in the backyard and those fire pits, always such a nice thing in the autumn months. And then getting into tomorrow, and honestly overnight, we'll start to see some cloud cover increasing. Then for your Saturday, we will have occasional rain showers. It's not going to be a total washout, but by mid-morning, we are seeing this line of showers, so that will move from west to east. Scattered showers into the afternoon, but scattered to the key word there. This is 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then as we get into tomorrow evening, a spotty sprinkle perhaps, but then we do start to clear just in time for Sunday. And of course, the Browns are home on Sunday. We'll get to the whole 7-day forecast here in just a sec. But today's weather's looking great. Highs in the low 70s for you. Still a nice little breeze out of the west-southwest, 10 to 20. And tomorrow, occasional rain showers, 60s. 70s with partly cloudy skies. Go Brown Sunday. And next week is looking very seasonal and lovely with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Danielle, back to you.
Thank you so much, Holly. And developing in Elyria, a family is accusing a police officer of going too far. This after an officer slammed a man's head into the ground. We do want to warn you that this video you're about to see may be disturbing to some. Police responded to a domestic violence call against 18-year-old Marquise White. The officer slams White's head into the ground. White's mother told officers her son is mentally unstable and tried to de-escalate the situation before the head slam, telling 3 News that her son would cooperate. The chief of Elyria Police put out a statement asking the Lorain County Prosecutor's Office to investigate. Now, community members are speaking against use of force.
He did was not okay, and those are supposed to be the people we look up to. I don't want another family to be scared to call for help if they have a child that's experiencing, a mental health episode.
The group is calling for justice and reform and for body cameras, which the department currently does not have. The officer remains on paid administrative leave this morning. And big developments when it comes to booster shots. Late last night, the CDC came out and recommended boosters for some, but not all. So let's break it down. A CDC panel voted that anyone who is 65 years of age and older and those in long-term care facilities who initially got the Pfizer vaccine should get a booster dose of the vaccine. The panel also recommended that people ages 50 to 64 with an underlying medical condition should also get a booster if they originally had the Pfizer vaccine. The third dose should be administered at least 6 months after people completed their initial vaccination. And Governor DeWine now has a new incentive plan to get more young people vaccinated. You recall Vax-A-Million Lottery from a few months ago. This one is called Vax to School, and it's aimed at Ohioans from ages 12 to 25. Those in that age range will enter to win one of 50 $10,000 scholarships, and 5 additional $100,000 grand prize scholarships are available as well. So that's a total of $1 million that is up for grabs in 5 drawings held the week of October 10th. The money can be used on college, trade school, and other forms of education, including job training.
So I urge our younger Ohioans who have not yet received a first vaccine dose to do so. It will certainly protect you. It will help protect your friends, your family. It will also make you eligible after you sign up for a scholarship.
And with Delta, it's now making younger Ohioans who aren't vaccinated very sick.
The money for Vax to School comes from existing federal coronavirus relief funds. The Ohio Lottery will release more details about how to register within the next week. Anyone who is already vaccinated will be eligible to enter as well. And some students in Euclid are back to remote learning because 25% of its drivers either contracted COVID, that's its bus drivers, or they are out due to quarantine protocols. The district's 4 elementary schools and 1 middle school have been moved back to remote learning until a new plan can come together to get all of them to school. The districts hope that this will come Monday. Parents and students also hoping they can get back into the classroom as well.
Like, they're abandoning these kids. Is it going to be this kind of a roller coaster for the remainder of this school year?
Now, the district and representatives like Kent Smith are calling on the governor to bring in the National Guard, arguing they have administered COVID shots and delivered food. Now they want them to drive school buses in this crisis. Governor DeWine believes this is an option, but is not entirely sold on the idea.
Whenever you pull someone in from the National Guard, they're leaving a job. If we were to pull in people who were legally qualified to drive a bus, they might be leaving another position, that was very, very significant.
Now, the National Guard is helping drive buses in other states like Massachusetts, where guardsmen were quickly trained to drive kids to school. And in consumer news, an important recall from the Boppy company. So makers of the newborn lounger, if you have this, well, they have recalled over 3 million loungers due to suffocation risk. The models include they are the original lounger, the preferred lounger, and the Pottery Barn Kids lounger. If infants roll, move, or are placed in the lounger in a certain way, they could have trouble breathing. 8 infant deaths have been associated with these products. So if you have one, stop using it and call the company for a full refund. Time now for the best news you'll hear all day. At least I hope so. The legendary restaurant and jazz club Nighttown now has a new owner-operator and is on its way to reopening. The Red Restaurant Group, the owners behind Red the Steakhouse, are taking over the Cleveland Heights spot that closed last year. Our Russ Mitchell spoke to one of the new owners, and they're promising that Nighttown will be everything you remember and more.
You can expect Nighttown food, Nighttown feel, Nighttown music, Nighttown, atmosphere, but it is going to be presented with the Red quality in terms of food and service. But make no mistake about it. This is a deal that only stands on the fact that it has to be a Nighttown, and that's how we looked at it.
Do you have a timetable yet, Greg? When do you expect to open up?
We are going to open up in 2022. That's all I can say. And it's not that I have some secret or anything like that, but you're talking about a 150-year-old building that needs to be sprinklered. It needs to have ADA compliance. The kitchen, with supply chain and everything else that's going on with our new COVID world. You only have one chance to make a first, second, or third impression of Nighttown. So we're going to do it right.
Former longtime owner Brendan Ring will be on board as a consultant to the new owners. So really great news for Northeast Ohio. We all know that Nighttown is an iconic spot here in the area. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go starting at 5 a.m., the weekend edition. Have a great weekend and keep on persevering.